Hello and welcome in. Hello and welcome in. Oh, hey, Cal. Oh, ow. I hope you're doing well. I hope you don't hit your desk like I just did. Today, we are going to be playing Vincent the Secret of Myers. I played, I think it was called Therapy with Dr. Kruger, last year. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. And it was really good. I enjoyed it. Yeah, Therapy with Dr. Albert Kruger. And I really liked it. And I liked the art style. I thought it was really well done, like story-wise and stuff like that. This is another game by the same person who created that one. So I'm really looking forward to this one. It's cold in my house right now. Just got derailed. I just got derailed a little bit. Oh, we've been taking care of our cat Cuddles. We took her in to get her fixed up, and she's doing very well, very well, healing very nicely. But like, she's been in the cone, and she's been doing pretty good with the cone. She looks so cute with the cone. Oh my goodness, she's so cute with the cone, but she like doesn't like it for obvious reasons. But today when we got home, because it's been a few days, we're like, well, we'll let her be off the cone for a little bit and see how she does. And she went crazy. No, I'm just kidding. She wasn't too bad, but she was definitely like, oh my god, I can do all the things I normally do without the cone. But we're like, oh, we were afraid of her hurting herself, so we gave her a little bit of the drugs they gave us to keep her a little calm, and then we put the cone back on her just now, and she's looking at me like she does not. She's like, I hate you right now. And I'm like, I'm sorry, baby. It's for your own good. So that's what we've been up to. Yeah, guys, I'm really excited for this. I know I always have like all these like Halloween things, and I always forget to put them on. But today, I think I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna go spooky mode today while we play this game. I think this is gonna fit with I've heard it's kind of like shocking. I don't know. I just feel like being something different today. So that's what we're gonna do. I did put up a new video. I finally got up my May recommendations. My June recommendations are recorded, but I have to edit them. And then I'm hoping to record my July recommendations this weekend. So I don't know if I'll have the energy to edit on Thursday or Friday. If I do, maybe Friday. I'd like to kind of get the June ones up by Saturday. I'm trying to get. I don't want to go into 2026 with no still going back through my previous months. So my goal is to get June edited up by Saturday night, and then if I can record 2 and then just do more editing, because then I can edit. The editing is what takes the longest part of everything, of course. So if I can record July and August, we're getting closer, and then hopefully we can do September and October before November's up. So let's see. I won't lie, I'm a little burned out on reading right now. I took a lot of advanced read copies, and I kind of got stuck on a couple of them, and I've got some really good ones. A really good fairy tale remake series by a multi-author, so each book is a new author. Super good. Everyone I've read so far has been a really interesting take. A little dark in some ways, which like kind of true to the original Grimm fairy tales. So it's like Little Red Riding Hood, The Elves and the Shoemaker, Frog Prince, Cinderella, which is just called Cinder. What else did I read? Oh yeah, Rumpelstiltskin, Zell, which is Rapunzel. So they're all like, I've read all of them so far. Normally, if it's a multi-author, it's kind of hard to feel cohesive, and sometimes you're like, that author wasn't my favorite. But really, all the authors in this new series are really good. I'm in the middle of Cinder right now, actually. And I like it. It's just I'm having a hard time like sitting down and focusing. My eyes are tired. My eyes are a little tired, but let's see. All right, let's kind of get into the game. Let's change the category now before. All right. And then let's pause this. And let's hope this runs correctly. Let's see what we got. Okay. Yep, there we go. All right. Oh, so Dino is the one who made the game. Made this one along with Therapy with Dr. Albert Kruger. And like I said, I really liked Kruger, and I've heard really good things about this one too. So oh. All right. Thanks, Dinos, for making some good games. I don't know how long this has been out for. It's kind of loud. Is it loud for you guys too? If it's loud, I might turn it down a little bit. Hold on a second. A bit loud? Okay. Preference? I think the text volume can stay there. How's that? Pretty good there, or a little bit too loud still? Good? Okay. Cool. All right. So let's go and... Interesting. All right, cool. Let's play. Let's see what we got. Maybe turn the music down another click? Okay. Warning, this game contains jump scares, flashing imagery, and other horror elements. Please refrain from playing if you believe it can affect you in any way. Maybe it's okay. Well, I'll go in there. I'll turn the music down a tiny bit too. It could be the mentor. We'll see. So escape or right is game menu, left click, advances dialogue, space, advances dialogue. And that's just screenshots. Okay. Chaser, a new headache. Ooh, a new headache. 2, we don't know. From, we don't know. Dear Monsieur M, I very much regret to inform you that we have encountered a new problem. Just as we suspected, that woman is still alive. And the thing we have long been searching for is on her. Kindly let me know how you wish to proceed. Best regards, the Chaser. Tonight at 10, I will see you at the same location we always meet. All right, message sent. Okay. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, so we're January 20th. It is believed that personalities are forged through experience. That when we are first born, we are no different than a ball of clay. As we journey through life, we constantly change, being shaped either by traumatic events or mundanities of everyday life. Even if it's something as trivial as the food you eat, the coffee you buy, or the time you clock into work. Those unassuming little things, they alter the paths of our fate without us recognizing it. And of course, when a person loses their memories, their origins are gone. But there is one thing that always lingers at the back of my mind. What would happen if someone gains memories that don't belong to them? I would love to find out what they become. Ooh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. I feel like I have to sneeze. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. All right, I sneezed. My head, it hurts. How long have I been asleep? Being barely able to withstand the pain, I forced myself to sit up. Where am I? What I saw was a luxurious bedroom, embellished in an excellent choice of upholstery, with lavish and upscale decor scorning in the face of modesty. What happened? I struggled to recall anything about how I ended up here. My phone. Where's my phone? I frantically reached into my pockets. But it wasn't there. Shit. What would I do? What on earth happened last night? How did I end up here? I guess I'll look around first. Maybe something will help me regain my memories. Uh-oh. Objective. Determine where you are. Tips. Click on objects to investigate them. You can end your investigation with the button in the top right corner. Okay. Just a bed, but feels very comfortable. I pull open the drawers next to the bed. G4 Travel Guide, award-winning insider advice from expert Dino. Is this a travel guide? I skimmed through some of the pages. The content consists of meticulously curated articles and photography of local attractions. Collected evidence travel guide. A string of contemporary artwork on the wall brightened the room, each of them vying for attention. Everything seems oddly quiet outside the window. There were only leaves rustling to the rhythm of the breeze. All I could see in the distance was a boundless expanse of mountains, blanketed in forest, stretching as far as the eye could see. Collected evidence, the view. So I think that means that I got everything. I'll just make sure that I didn't... Okay. So I think we can finish the investigation. Investigation complete. I gotta put a little hoodie on. It's so cold. Oh, I'm so cold. All right. All right. Blah, blah, blah. After making a thorough investigation of the room, I returned to take the travel guide from the drawer. I quickly flipped through it and found a map included on the very last page. So that was a travel guide for District 2, or G2, I think is what it said. Judging from what I've seen so far, I am probably in... Wrong. I don't think I'm in the G2 district. Wrong. I don't think I'm in the G1 district, okay? Okay, correct, we're in the G4 district. I wonder if it was the late, I don't know how we're supposed to know from here. G4 district. Oh, G4 travel guide. I thought it's a G2 travel guide. Oh, that was the G4 travel guide I have in my hand was likely prepared by the owner of the house for guests staying in this room. If that's the case, I would have to be in the G4 district. However, G4 is not a small region. To get a firmer grasp on my predicament, I have to recollect myself and be more specific. Which part of the G4 district could I be in then? Suburban? Yeah, because we were surrounded by like nothing. It wouldn't make any. Oh, interesting. It wouldn't make any sense if I was in the city. All I saw from the window was a vast terrain of forestry, and there wasn't any trace of other buildings in proximity. Hold on a second. I think the music's still a little loud. Okay. I think that's better. Okay. All right. A place so isolated, quiet enough that a pin, if it's actually, now it might be too quiet. Well, there's nothing here right now. A place so isolated, quiet enough that a pin drop could be heard, has to be in the suburb of G4. Yeah. It's too quiet. Trying to find this balance. All right. Let's try that. G4 suburbs. How did I end up here? I felt myself getting more and more bewildered. Suddenly, a succession of footfalls outside my room interrupted my thoughts. Is someone else here? Should I go check it out? Tips. Make sure to save regularly. Oh. All right. Okay. Leave the room and investigate, or stay and continue to rest. Ooh. Well, this is my first time here. I think we're gonna investigate. What was that? Shit, my head hurts. But it'd be a waste of time for me to stay here. Maybe the person outside knows something. I got out of the bed and made a beeline to the door. To a bar? The lobby was shrouded in darkness. All I could faintly discern were the contours of a bar room set up in front of me. A bar counter? Possible scenario is that I passed out here after getting drunk. It could be a hangover. Yet, judging from my surroundings, I highly doubt that a bar is where I'm at right now. To me, this place seems more like someone's residency. Whose house could this possibly be then? I have no clue. Huh? Behind me, I hear the stomping of something approaching at an accelerating tempo, striking my eardrums with heavy percussion that were almost deafening as it continues to grow in strength. And my racing heartbeats begin to resonate with it. What is going on? Cautiously, I look back. Oh! Oh, what? What is this? The scene in front of me is an unutterable atrocity. A disfigured face, half sawed off with fresh blood oozing out from its remaining pores, making small puddles on the floor. Its disproportionate bulged eyes filled with contempt, while every broken capillary and vessel extended across the sclera, emitting disparate. This game looks spooky. Yeah, it's gonna be a spooky game. I think it's kind of psychological horror, if I'm remembering correctly. Vessels extended across the sclera, emitting disparate discharges. And the only thing that even looked close to human was its forced contorted grin. Oh, what am I? Live or die? What am I supposed to do? I backed away quickly and was able to see the full form of this creature. Blood was gushing out from every crevice of it, looking like it could collapse into a pile of limbs with the pull of a string. Waving its claws in the air, it snarled at me with unfathomable anguish and began to approach me. What should I do? Get out of the house! Wrong. Run, I have to run. I have to get out of here as soon as I can. Or as soon as possible. I swerved around and ran as fast as I could. However, the enormity of this house had me running in circles. With the lobby blanketed in darkness, I quickly lost all sense of direction. My head was still pounding. My limbs were getting weaker and weaker by the second. Maybe pick live. Maybe that would have helped. Who's to say? Maybe that would have helped. The last thing I heard was the stomping closing in on me. We dead. That's us. Game over. All right. Oh, shit. I just overrode my save? No. Well, okay. It's fine. We didn't get very far. Wait, go back. Yeah. Okay. Yes. This is definitely from the beginning. All right. Log, skip, auto, save. You save preference. Okay. All right. Let's try this again. We didn't get very far. Okay. Objective to determine where we are. We have to click on to investigate. So here we are. Just a bed. Oh wait, yeah. One evidence was in here. We got the travel guide. It says G4, not G2. Like I remembered, because I remembered incorrectly. We have this. Alright. We have that. We can finish our investigation. We found a map. We're in G4. Alright. Correct. Now I have to figure out exactly where in G4 we are. Alright. We are in the suburban. Okay, very good. Okay. Make sure to save regularly. Okay, let's save. Yes, let's overwrite that one so we can be here next time we can load it properly. Let's still go back out and investigate. I want to see some stuff. All right, yeah. My hand. Okay. What should I do? Run back to the bedroom. Okay. That was the correct answer. There's no way I can fight this thing with my headache. I need to hide. I sprinted back to the bedroom, slammed the door, and locked it as fast as I could with my remaining strength. All right, back to the bedroom it is. All right. I held my breath firmly as the monster banged on the door, trying to shred it apart, stifling my audible panting. Huh? Is it gone? Am I safe now? I tried to regain my composure in increments. But I'm trapped here now. What should I do? Distress had me overwhelmed. Ugh, my headache. It's unbearable. I think it'd be better for me to rest a bit more. I'll figure out how to get out of here once I feel better. I laid down, nestled into the velvety bed, and tucked the blanket snug over me. Soon I was asleep before I realized it. Huh? What time is it now? Slowly I opened my eyes. Oh my god, who was right in front of me? I was greeted by a figure sitting in the darkness at the edge of my bed, staring at me with his eerie eyes. This is a different bed, is it not? Who are you? For some reason, he was amused by my uneasiness. Relax, my dear, he laughed. I was simply demanded by the owner of the mansion to keep an eye on you and make sure you're not causing any trouble. Mansion? I'm in a mansion? How did I get here? Who exactly are you? I gave him a wary glance and covered more of my body with the blanket. Who am I? With his head tilted, he looked at me, seemingly entertained. My name is Victor Blake, and I am good friends with the owner of this mansion. Victor Blake?
Victor Blake.
I calmed down and started to take a closer look at this man. He was wearing a tasteful black bow tie and had vibrant, stylish red hair. But Victor also either has, I can't tell if they're bandages on his arms or if like it's a mechanical arm. But the most striking part about him is unusual eyes and arms. Yeah, like he's got like robot eyes too. Are those mechanical prosthetics? Okay, they are supposed to be mechanical robot arms. Well, as for how you ended up here, I am personally quite curious about that as well. So he has no clue how I got here either. What else should I ask him? Who the owner of the mansion is? Have you been watching me sleep this whole time? What happens to your eyes and your arms? What was that thing? And the conversation. I wonder how many questions we can pick before it is over. Let's ask about the mansion. You mentioned that you were not the one who owned this place. Who's the owner then? The owner? His name is Vincent Edgeworth. How should I put this? He is quite an adorable man, yet could be extremely dangerous at the same time. Vincent Edgeworth? For some reason, his name rang a bell. Have you been watching me sleep this whole time? We're just gonna go down the list as much as we can. Have you been watching me sleep this whole time? Indeed I have, my dear. In fact, I'm getting quite envious seeing how peacefully you slept. I felt my cheeks warming up despite having no familiarity with him. What happened to your eyes and arms? Victor went silent for a moment. Well, what can I say? There are things in our lives that won't go our way, huh? He shrugged his shoulders, smiled, and my questions seemed to be soon forgotten. Did you see that petrifying monster with blood oozing out of its body? A monster? He seemed puzzled. Oh, let me guess. You're talking about those cyborgs, huh? Cyborgs? And there's more than one of them? Don't be worried, my dear. They're just Vincent's little pets. Pets? I think almost had me for dinner. I guess we can end the conversation. If Victor doesn't know how I ended up here either, then there's no need for me to keep asking him questions. Well then, I guess it's time for me to take my leave now. I lifted the posh blanket to the side and got out of my bed. Please thank Mr. Edgeworth on my behalf for providing me with such a nice room. I started to make my way toward the door. May I ask where you're headed to, my dear? Victor looked at me with curiosity. Where? I'm heading back to... I felt my hand tighten on the door handle like a vice. I struggled to come up with a response. Where am I going? Where's my home? I realized I had not simply forgotten what happened last night. I had lost all my memories. Oh no, we lost all of our memories, guys. Oh no. We don't even know where home is. All right. Oh, Vincent's gonna be bartender. All right. No name, no cash, no ID. I'm not even in the position to be a vagabond. Oh, darling, please don't be so distressed. You have to realize losing your memories could also be a blessing. Countless people are imprisoned by their own memories. They try their best to let go, yet cling to them at the same time. But you, on the other hand, are given a second chance. Isn't that wonderful? I'll be honest, even I'm getting a bit jealous. I see his point where he's coming from, but seriously, what could be worse than being homeless? I sighed again. Victor, how many times do I have to tell you? Quit smoking in my mansion. Well, 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 speak of the devil. If it isn't my dear friend Vincent. Oh. Vincent, so he's the owner of this mansion? Madam, if this perverted man has caused you any trouble, I could call the police and have him arrested right away. I think I'm good, thank you though, I responded awkwardly. Are these two really friends? Vincent, may I ask if you're the owner of this mansion? Indeed I am, he smiled. My apologies for not introducing myself properly. My name is Vincent Edgeworth, and I am the owner of this mansion.
Vincent Edgeworth.
Vincent Edgeworth. Alright, trying to get his voice down. May I have your name, madam, and the reason for your visit? The reason for my visit? So I was the one who came here to begin with? I wasn't sure to respond. It is a shame, Vincent. It's a shame, Vincent. It appears that our guest has lost all her memories. Victor came to my rescue. Is that so? I have to figure out a way to make him different. I'm not quite sure how to do that. Is that so how interesting. If that's the case, shall we decide on a new name for you then, madame? I guess he's right. A contemporary name would be better than nothing. Well then, what should my name be? Oh, we have to enter a name? All right. Here's what's always like, well, do I... You know what? We're just going to keep it simple. We can go with the obvious. Should I go by Kit? Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I don't know what else to call myself. Kit, please call me Kit.
Amazing.
Kit, very good. It is my great pleasure to meet you, Kit. You seem a bit distressed, and I'm assuming you may have many questions on your mind right now. Is there anything I can try to help you with? Vincent might know something valuable to reopen my memory bank. What should I ask him? Oh, I guess we have to go one by one. Mr. Edgeworth, please tell me, how did I end up here? How did you end up here? Kit, I regret to inform you that I don't know that either. The truth is, my butler was the one who heard a peculiar knocking sound on the door last night. When he went to open it, he saw you face down on the stairs, unconscious. And since we know nothing about you for the reason you were here, we decided to place you in the guest room for the time being. Vincent's words sent me deep in thoughts. Why on earth would I come to his mansion? Earlier today, I saw some sort of creature I've never seen before. Something that seemed half human, half robotic? What exactly was that? Oh, my dear Kit. It appears that you've already met one of my friends. But promise me, would you? Do refrain from feeding them if it isn't their meal time yet. I guess I would be a fitting appetizer for them, am I not? Did I have anything on me when I arrived? Speaking of that, we did find this in your pocket. He handed me a business card. Myers Corporation from G4. The card was mostly unrecognizable except for the huge M-shaped logo. Myers Corporation? I ponder where I've heard of this name. Why would I own a business card for someone working there? What is Myers Corporation? I looked up and asked. Myers Corporation. No, Myers Corporation is the world famous mechanical engineer corporation based in the G4 district, St. Victor. It is also the first company that was able to develop highly flexible mechanical prosthetics. But unfortunately, this company was forced to declare bankruptcy due to a horrific incident that took place 5 years ago. Horrific incident? The G4 cyborg incident. Vincent seemed displeased at even the mention of it. The G4 cyborg incident? What happened? Both Vincent and Victor fell silent for a moment as if they were debating if I should even carry the knowledge of this event. In January 2080, a notable number of citizens mysteriously went missing in a single week. Victor finally started to speak again. They disappeared without any sign, as if they had evaporated into thin air. No wills, no corpses, no bloodstains, not a single trace. But there was one thing those people had in common. They were all Vesper in the G4 district. Who would have even had enough power to make hundreds of citizens disappear in a single week? Naturally, the police suspected Myers Corporation, a mega international monopoly located in the G4 district. Nevertheless, Myers Corporation refused to admit that they had any involvement in this matter. After a year-long investigation, the police accidentally discovered a secret chamber located in the basement of the corporation. Inside the chamber, there were a group of cyborgs. Cyborg? Is that a thing I saw before? It would be natural for you to assume that these cyborgs were the missing citizens. But the truth was more gruesome than that. The truth was, those missing citizens were used as cattle feed for the cyborgs. As for where the cyborgs themselves originally came from, nobody was really sure. Even in light of the discovery, Myers Corporation was still firmly denying the fact that they even had granted permission for such an inhumane experiment. With the help of an attorney, one innocent employee was convicted. He was sentenced to life without parole, yet the company itself was free of any charges. However, that was not the end of the story. 2 months later, the attorney suffered serious injuries from a vehicle accident and was one step away from getting killed. Within the same year, all core members of Myers Corporation were found brutally murdered. The perpetrator behind those horrific acts was never found. And to this day, people still mysteriously vanish in the G4 district. A rumor says that the spirits of the victims from the experiment are still wandering the street, taking the lives of those unfortunate enough to cross paths with them. Victor's story sent shivers down my spine. I was not expecting such a chilling urban legend from the G4 district. Victor, may I ask how you knew all this? The answer to that is simple, Victor laughed. Both Vincent and I are former employees of Myers Corporation. Victor, I must say that I'm quite impressed by how much you have committed to this story to memory, Vincent said sarcastically. Victor tried to cough it off. He glanced at the clock on the wall and seemed to be a bit troubled by the time. Well, the story time's over. I shall take my leave now. Vincent, join me for a drink at the pub tomorrow night, won't you? And it was a pleasure to meet you, my dear Kit. Victor left the mansion. After that, Vincent helped me settle into the guest room. I thanked him and then returned to my room to get some rest for the night. It was around midnight when I was quietly lying on my bed with my mind racing. I kept thinking about what Victor told me. The missing G4 citizens, the cyborgs in the basement, the mysterious Myers Corporation. I took the card out of my pocket and scrutinized it under the moonlight. Why was this all I brought with me to Vincent's mansion? What exactly do I have to do with the Myers Corporation? There's only one place I could go to find out. This is the Myers Corporation itself. Objective, enter Myers Corporation. Tips, click on arrows to move around. Any items you collect will show up in the top left corner. You can speed up the scene transitions by double clicking. Okay. Just to make sure, I think we just have to like go in. Looks like the main gate is shut. I'll have to find a different way to get in. Oh! What was that? I don't want to follow it. Oh, shit! I have a bad feeling about this. Me too! I don't know if I want to get any closer to that. Okay, that's the same. U9E5M. Maybe I should write this down. It looks like it's gonna be another game where I might wanna write stuff down. Is there a? Did I just hear something in the background? Okay. U9E5M7 R2D1 R2D2. All right. Some random English letters and numbers. Is some kind of encoded message? What was it trying to say? Just making sure. Oh. Looks like there isn't a back gate either. Ugh, what the fuck? Wait a second. Oh, hey, what's up? Sorry about that. I was busy with my work and didn't see you there. His work? Work? What kind of work? Oh, I'm a janitor, if that wasn't apparent. So my name is... You can call me Dino. Huh? Dino. My job is to keep this place absolutely spotless, not leaving even one trace of dust. This guy's outstandingly suspicious. Why would you sleep outside Myers? Why wouldn't I? Do I really need a reason for that? What if I just enjoy it? A janitor who enjoys his job? That's quite unusual. Is there anything else I should ask him? You know, you really resemble Mike Myers. What do you do with the Myers Corporation? Myers Corporation? Nothing really. It's just I'm just a janitor. I didn't catch your name. You know you really resemble Michael Myers, right? Good catch, miss. In fact, I am Michael Myers' #1 fan. His graceful and elegant modesty is something all of us should aspire to. Why did I ask him something like that? Okay, just one more time. I just want to make sure. I didn't get your name. What was it? But seriously, just call me Dino. Okay. I think we're done here. You know, come to think of it, Myers Corporation is pretty amazing. Even though it's been abandoned for 5 years, you can still find new garbage here every day. New garbage? What do you mean? You know, all kinds of garbage. Sometimes you find cyborg corpses, and other times you find new graffiti and posters. Just all kinds of weird stuff. Dino's response only produced more questions in my head. Abandoned for over 5 years, yet still having new things show up every day? There's only one explanation for that. The Myers Corporation is not entirely abandoned. To know for sure, I need to find a way to get in. Dino, do you know if there's a way to get into the Myers Corporation? About that. From what I've heard, Myers Corporation has a secret employee passage. Maybe something around here can reveal that entrance, but that's all I know. A secret employee passageway. Objective: investigate alternative employee passageway. Okay, so I can always talk to him if I need to. I don't think I need to right now. Myers murder? Well, that's the graffiti says. Located in the G4 district, Myers Corporation is an innovative company and research institute specializing in the application of mechanical prosthetics. The founder, Mr. Myers, believes that the reason why humans have become Earth's dominant species is because we were given the ability to innovate. And the application of such ability should be used not only in tool making, but also in amplification of mankind's advantages. Therefore, our Myers Corporation is committed to redefining the balance between machinery and human body. A large number of Myers employees have undergone some degree of modification. As a result, they exemplify excellence working abilities and are for this reason more competent than most ordinary people. Oh, I guess we should save. I'm gonna do a second one. Let's return. Okay, so we're back. Okay. I'm assuming so. One. These wind chimes are kind of weird too. So we're gonna want the. Is this a keypad? Is it 9, 5, 7? Access denied. Well, it's U9. Oh, isn't that something like what? Okay, A B C D E F G B C E I J K M N O. Wait, where is U on the? Okay, let's see. Is it like a phone? Is it like a keypad? Is that what? Is that where? Okay, so if we're gonna do that, so it'd be like U9, E5, M7, and then D1. Is that it? No? From what I've heard, Master was a secret play passageway. I mean, I would have assumed it would have been. One, two. Oh. Is it murder? Is it murder? Hold on a second. Murder? Okay. These like background sounds are getting to me sometimes. Murderer. Okay, so it's murderer. So it's gonna be 7 U9. I see what we're doing. It's murderer. Murderer. 7-9. R is 2. D is 1. E is 5. R is 2. E is 5. R is 2. Okay. Oops. Oh. Yeah. All right. Let's see if that's it. Let's see if this is it. Murderer. Murderer. 7, 9, 2, 1, 5, 2, 5, 2. Access granted. It is murderer. Murderer. All right. Oh, it looks like you've successfully opened the secret passageway. Right. But where exactly is it? Oh, okay. I'm assuming back this way. Okay, I just want to make sure. Okay. Oh, here it is. Is this the secret passage Donna was talking about? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. After entering, what I saw was another gate shut tight in front of me. Well, I guess that's a second barrier. What's this? Is this some kind of iris scanner? I place my right face in front of it. Sure enough, it looks like I have to find another way to circumvent it. Of course, well, we have to go back and harvest that cyborg now. Of course, we have to go back and harvest that cyborg now. Of course. Where's that cyborg? Dino, I need your eye. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. It's not his eye that we want. Oh, shit. He's fucking jump scares. Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, it looks like I don't really have a choice now. Should I remove the eyeball? Yeah, we kind of have to. Uh-oh. Did we just get her memories? It just came over me. What was that chamber I saw? Collected item, cyborg's eyeball. Tips: left click to choose the object you'd like to use. The chosen object will be highlighted in red. Clicking the object again will deselect it and resume the normal investigation. Okay. I heard that one coming. I kind of figured there was, I don't know, something, but like it still got me. It was like, oh, I have to. Hold on a second. There we go. It worked. Okay. Investigation completed. Successfully entered the secret passageway. I feel like I need to save. I think we can save over this one so far. Yeah, it should be fine. Good evening, my dear Monsieur M. Is there anything I can do for you? 1 minute. You're 1 minute late. My most sincere apologies, my dear Monsieur M. I am deeply ashamed of my behavior. I heard that you have something important to tell me. Is that true? Yes, sir. I have good news and bad news. Oh? The good news is, according to a reliable source, she has awakened. But the bad news is, she doesn't seem to remember who she is. That is quite unexpected. Well, what's your plan then, my dear Monsieur M? Plan? I don't have one. Oh, look at that face! Look at that grin! All we need to do is sit here and wait for her arrival. Oh shit. Chapter 1. The end. The first thing that caught my eye as I entered Myers Corporation through the secret entrance was a dark and narrow passage. I couldn't see the end of the passage. The only thing that allowed me to make out the outline in my surroundings was the small amount of sunlight coming in from outside. What's waiting for me at the other end of the passage? I don't know. At that moment, I didn't feel fear, only doubt filled my heart. My mind kept going back to the secret chamber I saw when I took out the eyeball and the cyborg that kept approaching me. What on earth was that? An illusion? Or was it just my imagination? And yet, everything seemed so real. At that moment, it was as if I was really in that secret chamber. The repression, fear, and despair I felt, kind of intense feeling that I couldn't find words to describe. There are many ways to explain what I saw. But waking up to find yourself in a mysterious mansion, having lost all your memories, and the first thing to greet you is a broken cyborg? No matter who you are, you'd start making some strange assumptions. This must be the result of being overstressed, I said to myself. But deep in my mind, there seemed to be another voice whispering to me. Everything you saw really did happen. Objective: enter the Myers lobby. Well, oh, stop. Well, I guess we can save. A puddle of blood? To be honest, this is not what I wanted to see, but I'm starting to get used to it. From the shape of the blood splatter, it looks like the body's been dragged deeper into the tunnel after someone was killed. Squatted down and carefully dipped my finger into it. No hallucinations. Nothing happened this time. But I rubbed my fingertips with my thumb. This puddle of blood is not completely dried up. In other words, I may not be the only uninvited guest here. I need to be careful. Stop hitting the right mouse button. I don't need to return. Okay. Maybe just a cyborg. Ooh, shadow. What? Who was that? You're cordially invited. Is this an invitation? The bottom half of the invitation has been burned, so I can't see what comes after. But on the invitation, someone's written a small paragraph with a pen that looks like it's been added afterwards. Do you like parties? Enjoying good food and drink, strengthening relationships, and the fact that there's a party proves that there's a day to be celebrated. But unfortunately, happiness and disaster are not absolute. They are independent, interdependent, and can be transformed into each other. And what looks like a charming backyard hidden beneath the lawn can be ugly, wriggling insects. And what may seem like a good time to you may be a shadow that lingers for the rest of his life. A blood trail ends here, but strangely enough, there's no corpse to be seen anywhere. All right, let's keep going. Ooh. The day the nightmare began. This should be the end of the employee passageway. To be honest, it's not as long as I thought it would be. But before that, I looked around and took a deep breath. Anybody here? I called out to the passage. Oh. Oh. For a moment, I thought I heard a low, vague reply. It was just a distorted echo of my own words. Strangely enough, the figure I had just seen is now inexplicably gone. There's an even trickier problem in hand. If I want to access the lobby, I'll need to enter a 4-digit code. Well, in this case, I started thinking. Just then, a screeching noise coming from behind me interrupted my thoughts. What was that noise? The day the nightmare began. I don't want to turn around. What is this? Is this some kind of toy? I don't quite understand, but it looks like an arm with arms. But more importantly, I'm pretty sure this thing wasn't here before. That strange noise from earlier could have been the sound of it falling. Who's following me here? What do they want? Yes. A bloodstained arm with arms. It looks like some sort of toy. The blood on the toy is not completely dry, which makes me wonder if it's from the same person as the blood on the floor. Maybe I should pick it up and take a closer look. Oh. Another hallucination. Myers Corporation. That's the goal of everyone at G4. A place to make dreams come true and parents proud. At least, that's what I thought. I'll never forget the day I came to Myers. My excitement and exhilaration inevitably mixed up with nervousness. Because to me, it was the reward for my years of dedication and hard work. I think every single elite in Myers can relate to that. But who would have thought that behind this company that so many G4 residents long for, there's only filth, sin, and blood that would never dry up? Who am I? I'm no longer human. At this time, I can't remember my own name. Every day now, I can only wander aimlessly around Myers. What am I struggling to find? I don't know. 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 Huh. I only wish someone could put me out of my misery. Okay. What is this? Where have I arrived at? Let's do another save. Whew. Okay, John, calm down. It's just a job. I just need to smile and politely introduce myself to everybody. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Nice to meet you. My name is John. Wouldn't this seem a bit too emotional? Start over. 3, 2, 1. Nice to meet. Oh, are you John, the new guy? Huh? It's Victor. Welcome to Myers. In case you don't know, I'm the Chief Investment Officer, Victor Blake. Nice to meet you, Mr. Blake. No need to be so formal. Just call me Victor. Looks like you've done all the paperwork to get started. Otherwise, you wouldn't even know where your desk is. Yes, I've done it all. Very good. Have you finished the online courses for the G4 district as well? Online courses? Oh my God, stop. Could it be that this is your first job? Yes. Actually, I have just graduated from college. Oh, is that so? Your parents must be very proud of you being able to work in Myers right out of college. But even so, you have to complete the G4 online course. It is mandatory for every employee on the job. Don't worry, it's just trying to teach you etiquette and how to behave properly. You know, don't get physical with your coworkers and things like that. Shh, let me tell you, I haven't really paid attention to their lectures either. Oh, really? That's not good to hear, Director Blake. In fact, I believe you're the one who needs these courses the most in the company, Mr. Director. Need I remind you your great feat last night when you vomited all over the floor in the laboratory in my residence? I must say your etiquette and behavior are quite impressive, Mr. Blake. Oh, my dear Vincent. What brings you to the investment department? I just happened to be passing by. It seems that Mr. Myers wants to discuss some important matters with me. So, who is this? Myers' new employee, John. As of today, John is a member of the investment department. Hello. John, is it? Nice to meet you. I am Vincent Edgeworth. You have my sympathies for being assigned to this man's department. If he ever treats you badly, you are welcome to transfer to the legal department anytime. We are located on the other side of the company. Okay, understood. Oh, congratulations on your success in helping Myers out, Vincent. Victor. That was already 2 months ago. So, you're the famous lawyer who defended Myers in the G4 cyborg incident? I heard your performance in the courtroom was incredible. I'm very flattered, John. It was indeed me who defended Myers, but I wouldn't consider myself famous. Vincent has his hands full with this for a while. Good thing he can finally relax now. Aren't you saying that too soon, Victor? Anyways, I must get going. I can't keep Mr. Myers waiting. It was my pleasure to meet you, John. Welcome to Myers. You're lucky to meet Vincent on your first day. Even I don't see him very often at work. And that guy's attitude towards others has improved a lot since college, but he hasn't changed a bit towards me. Since college? Were you and Mr. Edgeworth college classmates? Not only that, we were also roommates. Although he seems very gentle now, he was quite aloof to everyone back then. His pretty face may have won the hearts of many girls, but his cold and arrogant attitude did offend many classmates as well. However, what does remain unchanged is his perseverance and determination. When Vincent was in college, he had only one goal, and that was to get his dream job at Myers. Then he was just as busy as he is now. He was working late at the night to achieve his goals. But as you can see, hard work does pay off. He is now the chief legal officer at Myers. All right, John, I think it's time to give you some personal space to finish those tedious courses. If you have any questions about the company, please come by my desk. I hope you enjoy your time at Myers. I'll see you later. Mr. Blake feels like a very easygoing boss. But what's his mechanical prosthesis all about? What has he been through? And Mr. Edgeworth too. Mr. Blake said maybe you want to know more about him as well. Anyways, this is not the time to think about that. Speaking of which, I haven't even checked out my desk. It's time to see what's around here. A little post-it note. There are 2 pieces of candy next to it. To John, welcome to Myers Corporation. To celebrate your joining, we have a very special gift for you. This is the figurine of Myers Corporation mascot, Meyer-chan. And very lovely, isn't it? Anyway, we hope you enjoy your time at Myers Corporation, Myers Investment Department 20814. Oh, so it's supposed to be at what? April of 2081? A calendar. It may have been left behind the previous employee. So that looks like it's a birthday. February 28th. I wanna anything with a big number on it. February 26th. I don't think it's 20 because that's like it's like not really the day it started. Vacation. That's as far as we can go. I mean, I'll put that one down too, but I don't think that's really the right one. 0417. The mascot of Myers Corporation, Meyer-chan. While many people are not fond of the look, it's rumored that Mr. Myers designed it himself, so no one dares to say anything. Oh no! I didn't get to even use my computer. Oh shit. What was that? Just as before, I seem to be seeing memories from the past that do not belong to me. What on earth is going on here? Tips. By interacting with certain items, you can trigger events from the past. You can use this ability to help you solve the puzzles you are facing right now. Can I go back in? Okay, I can't go back in. Okay, so we can still click on here. A computer. I need to finish my work. What was this? Looks like the last employee sitting here forgot to quit his group chat account. Member 1. Hey, have you heard? Winston Loomis was the one behind the Gene 4 cyborg incident. He got a life sentence. Winston, you mean the one who always wears shades, doesn't say a word, and has a bit of a hunched back? Member 2. That's so unexpected. It's true that he doesn't really have any friends, but he doesn't seem like a bad person either. Member 3. I disagree. The guy always seems kind of suspicious. I feel uncomfortable every time I see him. Me, is Winston really the mastermind of G4 a cyborg incident? Something doesn't add up. What? What do you mean? From Member 1. Me, how should I put this? This guy doesn't really seem like the type that could drag that many people into the basement to experiment on them. Number 2, maybe he had helpers. Oops. Who knows? Me, that's what I'm saying. You see, this guy doesn't speak much and hardly has any friends at Myers. In that case, wouldn't he be the best person to pin everything on? Hey, what are you thinking? You'll be targeted by a company for saying that. Huh? This is just a random thought. Number 2. Anyways, let's change the subject to something more uplifting. I heard that everything goes well, the company will host a party after all this. I'm sure it will. If it goes well after all, we have Vincent. Party? When? Well, I think on a Thursday, 2 months from now. I don't remember the exact date. Thursday. Damn it, I work overtime every night Thursday. I know the party is, but I can't go either because I will be on vacation at that time. Vacation? That sounds nice. I'm pretty excited about it too. I haven't been in touch with my parents for a long time. However, I'm drooling at the thought of getting close to Victor at the party. You bastard. Alright. Speaking of that, I did hear that Myers is having a party in a few days, but this is strange that the employee sitting here is just on vacation. Why would the company let me take over his desk? Because he is not on vacation. Does this say what, to John, Myers Corporation celebrate or joining me? I have a very special gift for you. This figure of Myers. Anyway, we hope you enjoy it. Okay, so it was actually 417. I think is the date because he's supposed to be on vacation, but he's not on vacation. So I'm gonna say that that's the day that. All right. That's gotta be the day that we. Is this the right? No, this is the wrong way. We went the wrong way. I thought we could speed this up by double clicking, but it's fine. All right, the day the nightmare began. So we're gonna do warning: the door will unlock automatically after entering the correct answer. Oh, I just realized. Is it gonna be like American style or is it gonna be rest of the world style? Okay, so it must be rest of the world style. No? Oops. No? Okay. Hold on. It's an invitation. The office has been burned. Cordially invited. Stop it. Blah, blah, blah. Doesn't have anything about a date on it. Okay. Was it not? Oh, but it was a they said it was a Thursday? No, they said the party was on a Thursday. Hold on a second. I'm trying 4/16? We are okay, hold on. I don't think they have any. All right. What does it say? All right. Hey, without you thinking. Just random thought. Anyways, change subject. I heard that everything goes well. I'll come and host a party. With Vincent, party. Well, I'm thinking on a Thursday 2 months from now. I don't remember the exact date. Thursday. Then when I work overtime every Thursday night. I don't know the party is, but I can't go either because I will be on vacation at that time. Vacation, that does sound nice. Alright, so I guess, Myers is having a party in a few days. The employee's on vacation. Why would it take over the desk? So a save. If this, like, let's say this is the part. It's say 423. In a few days, 1, 2, 3. We can try 420 as well, I guess. All right. It's gotta be one of these. The day the nightmare began. Okay, no. I just wish I knew if it was gonna be. Okay, let's do 4. Oh! Okay. It was 420. It worked. Oh! I should have expected that one. I should have expected that one. What are they saying? I don't know if they're saying anything. Oh. Hey, did you see Victor's face today? I did. It was really scary. What happened? Why is he being so strange today? Don't you know Vincent was in a very serious car accident last night on his way to the party. He is still in critical condition. Huh? Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, John, is it? Hello. Hello. Please excuse my surprise visit. I just wanted to come by and say hi. Are you free after work today? Would you mind coming to the basement with me for a short conversation? And you are? Oh, this old brain of mine. How could I forget to introduce myself? Nice to meet you, my friend. You can call me Monsieur M. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Investigation completed. Successfully entered the Myers lobby. Lady Kit? Hmm. Lady Kit, without disrespect, napping here is not the most sensible choice. Is that Victor? Or Vincent? Yeah, it's gotta be Vincent, right? What? What happened? I'm pretty sure that's Vincent, right? Maybe not. Good evening, my dear Kit. Oh, I can't be because we don't know. It's an incredible chance of fate for us to meet each other in such a desolate place, don't you think? What appeared in front of me was a dark-haired young man who was dressed formally and elegantly. He looked very similar to Vincent in appearance, but much younger. Okay, so I wasn't that far off getting him a little bit confused with Vincent. Would you mind telling me who you are? It seems inevitable, doesn't it? Only in youth does coincidence seem the same as fate. Later we know that the real course of our lives is decided within us. You don't look so old yourself. I am Mr. Edgeworth Butler. You can call me Draco. Draco. Vincent's butler? So you're the one who saved me? You were the one who I saw earlier in the passageway, weren't you? What were you doing in Myers? It doesn't matter. What matters is that you're looking for it, isn't what I'm looking for. The truth. You're searching for the truth. Yeah, I think we can just override over that file. It should be fine. Mr. Edgeworth's past, Mr. Blake's incident, and the secrets of Myers. You are curious about all of it. But Lady Kit, have you ever heard of such a phrase? Curiosity about bad things is a curseable disease that arises from impure thoughts. Draco. What exactly do you know? I'm just a butler with little knowledge. I don't know about the past of Myers Corporation. The truth is, I just can't bear to see such a lovely lady perish in this abandoned facility. Of course, I have my own reasons to be here, but at the same time, I want to stop your impulsiveness. It is best you go back the way you came, Lady Kit. You don't belong here. You don't deserve to be here. Thank you for your kindness, Draco. But I made my decision about it. You're right. I'm indeed curious about Myers Corporation. But what I care more about is finding my lost self. My name, my home, my family. I want to get it all back. I don't know why you're here, but I hope you can find what you're looking for as well. Now, if you would excuse me. Stupid. Anyone who studies the history of human catastrophes can be sure that ignorance is the main source of human adversity. Your seemingly commendable courage is nothing more than ignorance wrapped in a pretty package. You've absolutely no clue what you're about to face. Do you really believe that you can face up all the dangers that are coming your way? Do you really believe that you can accept the truth that will be revealed? Are your memories really more precious than your life? Please forgive me for my bluntness, Lady Kit, but you will soon be embraced by death even before the truth befalls. Maybe Victor was right. Losing my memories could be a second chance. What was I like before? Who knows? Maybe the loss of memory was intentional on my part. Everything right now is what I longed for. But I'm sorry, Draco. I don't care much about them. The old me can make her own decisions, but the new me, and the only new me, makes all the decisions now. And what I do know is, I don't feel complete without my memories right now. I will not give up until I find out the truth. Lady Kate, you are so determined, it seems that there's nothing I can do about it. If that's the case, why don't we play a little game? A game? You came to Myers to investigate its past and your connection with it, didn't you? Then show me what you have learned. If you can answer my question correctly, then I will allow you to continue the investigation here. However, if you fail, then I will end your life with my own hands. Alright, save. Damn, look how nice and cute, and now he's this. Live or die. Warning, you will be able to give 2 incorrect answers to all of Draco's questions. Answering incorrectly more than twice or exceeding the time limit will immediately lead to death. Saving would be a great idea now. Okay, I did save. Question 1. In the world of peace, there is nothing to be desired but the most admired works. In the world of peace, there's nothing to be respected but the creative tools of innovation. In order to break the shackles of tradition and help develop science needs creation and imagination. As a super monopoly in the G4 district, Myers Corporation is no exception to this. Humans being stand out among all species because they are endowed with the ability to create and innovate. But for Mr. Myers, the application of such ability goes far beyond making tools. There's more important role to play. If things are used for their strengths, then there will be no talent that is abandoned. If things are used for their weakness, then there will be no one that is satisfied. Therefore, Mr. Myers has set a slogan for the company since its inception. The place where dreams come true, the place where you make the rules. Myers, go beyond the limits of reality, make things possible. The mold, yes, I got it. It was design, create, and enhance. Design, create, and enhance Myers Corporation. For Mr. Myers, humanity has lasted because it was endowed with the ability to innovate, and the application of such ability should be used not only in tool making, but also in amplification of mankind's advantages. Compared with ordinary people, the modified Myers employees exemplify better working abilities. Therefore, Myers Corporation focuses on designing, creating, and enhancing human strengths. All right, question 2. Rivers and mountains can only nourish a limited amount of soil, but the number of mediocre souls is infinite. The sinful souls do not deserve to be judged and can only be redeemed by repaying their bodies to the world that has allowed it to take so much. The above excerpt is from a gospel discovered by the police during the investigation of Myers Corporation. The gospel is considered to be the embodiment of the ideas and concepts of the mastermind of the G4 cyborg incident. The so-called mastermind was sentenced to life in prison, yet Myers Corporation itself was never charged. Nonetheless, a series of mysterious murders took place afterward, led to believe that there was more to it than meets the eye. On July 20th, 2081, several small explosions occurred near the G4 central prison area, destroying part of the prison walls. Since then, the whereabouts of this former researcher from Myers, who was also known as the mastermind of the G4 cyborg incident, has been unknown. So, which of the following is the infamous Mr. Winston Loomis? Oh. Wrong? Okay. Picture, but how would I have known that? I don't know if I ever saw a picture of him, honestly. Because of his shyness and lack of friends. Oh, it was chosen by Myers' escape. I guess the one on the right would have been too high profile. Escape up for the G4 cyberbullying. He was described in the group as the guy who always wears shades, doesn't say a word, and has a bit of a hunched back. That's right. That's right. The former employees who used John's desk also pointed out that he doesn't seem like the type that could drag that many people into the basement to experiment on them. That's true. I forgot about that. All right, question 3. How many questions are there? Innovation is not enough for a giant enterprise like Myers to succeed. It also needs to make proper use of resources. Humans did not create the Earth, so the Earth itself is not human property. Humans' property is through recreation, and every private owner owes rent to society for his possessions. For most people, the nightmare of the G4 cyborg incident began in that week in 2080. Then the ordinary citizens disappeared without a sign. They were all last seen near the G4 district. However, what's really strange is, according to the investigation of the G4 police, these ordinary citizens were not the cyborgs made in the basement. If that's the case, where did the elementary for Myers cyborgs come from? Employees? All right. Perfect. Correct answer, employees of Myers Corporation. By removing the cyborg's eyeball, Kit successfully entered the secret employee passageway from Myers Corporation. The memory of the former Myers employee John also seemed to suggest that the previous employee sitting at John's desk, as well as John himself, was tragically killed. Because of the many classified experiments that Myers has been conducting for a long time, many of his employees had little contact with their families. As a result, no one would have been aware of their disappearance. I wonder how many questions we have. Scientists don't rely on the ideas of individuals, but on the combined wisdom of thousands of people. Only when everyone thinks about a problem and everyone does the one part of the work will it be added to the great edifice of knowledge that is being built. Similarly, in order to work more effectively, Myers Corporation is divided into many departments, large and small. In addition, each elite is assigned to their own dedicated department, and this included the outstanding graduates, Mr. Blake and Mr. Edgeworth. There are no smooth paths in science. Only those who climb the steep hills without fear or hardship can cope to reach the summit of glory. So, may I ask which two departments Mr. Blake and Mr. Edgeworth, as former employees of Mr. Myers, came from? Economic, investment, and legal. Yeah, that was easy. Correct answer. Investment and legal. We know John's past memories, that Victor is John's boss and also chief investment officer at Myers Corporation. Vincent's encounter with John revealed that he was the lawyer in charge of exonerating Myers from the G4 cyborg incident and implied that he came from the legal department on the other side of the company. We are safe. We only gave one wrong answer. Not bad. Not bad. Well done, Lady Kids. You did not disappoint me. Draco, I've answered all your questions. It's time to live up to the promise and let me go. Actually, let's save it. Here. As you wish. In fact, I had no intention of hurting you to begin with. Huh? What about your threat of ending your life here with my own hands? I just thought it would make the game more interesting that way. That's all. These guys are each weirder than the next. But Mr. Butler, I do have some questions for you as well. I'm just a butler, with little knowledge. I don't know much about the past of Myers Corporation. If I remember correctly, you said that, didn't you? Indeed, I did. Are there any problems? You have provided this is a big lie. What are you hiding? And why on earth are you here? I'm not letting you step out of here until I get an answer. Just can't win with this lady. But I want her to tell you. The truth is, Mr. Edgeworth has a lot of hassles with the Myers Corporation. Hassles? Do you mean the car accident? Lady Kit, you are very clever. I think you've already guessed. The car accident was not actually an accident. It was carefully planned by Myers Corporation. That explains Vincent's gloomy face when he heard about the G4 cyborg incident. It also sounds completely in line with Myers' style. But why did Myers try to kill Vincent? I don't understand. What did Vincent do? Didn't he get Myers Corporation off the hook for the G4 cyborg incident? The reason is simple. Because he knew the truth about the G4 cyborg incident. Although Mr. Edgeworth was the lawyer at Myers Corporation, the core members, he was just a pawn and another outsider. When the pawns have outlived their usefulness, they are discarded. And the fastest and most effective way to deal with unnecessary outsiders who know something they shouldn't. It's also to make them disappear from the world. Therefore, the company took the opportunity of holding a party to kill my master with a premeditated car accident. However, they never expected that Mr. Edgeworth would survive. Although the company failed their plan, they did not stop there. Since then, Mr. Edgeworth has received constant threats and harassment from Myers Corporation. Harassment? Even after the bankruptcy? Yes. There are signs that Myers Corporation has become a secret underground organization after the G-Force cyborg incident. But to me, that doesn't make much difference. The old Myers Corporation was just a terrorist organization hiding under the banner of scientific research. So what you're saying is, they were still using the abandoned site of Myers Corporation as Myers itself? That is why I'm here. It's the answer I'm searching for. Wait a minute. Vincent's car accident was the work of Myers. How do you explain the death of all the core members? Someone else must have been responsible for that, but I don't know whom. So basically, after Myers attempted to murder Vincent, there was a different perpetrator who assassinated all of the core members of the Myers Corporation. So one last question. Do you know how I'm involved with all this? At that moment, Draco's smile disappeared. Sorry, Kit. I don't know. For some reason, his tone is much heavier than before. And then the sudden drop of formality also left me lost for words. That's what you're here for, isn't it? I'm sure you'll find the answer. Draco regained his smile as he suddenly became aware that he was being out of character. But this time the smile was a bit different. It reminded me of someone else. I need your help, Draco. If the two of us work together to investigate, we'll soon find out the truth. Partner with me? I'm really flattered. So listen up, Lady Kit. What I'm going to tell you next is very important on our investigation. Starting from the lobby, Myers Corporation is divided into two sections, left and right. Each section contains different departments and rooms. On the left is Mr. Blake's investment department, and Mr. Edward's legal department is on the right side of the Myers Corporation. As to where you want to start, it's entirely up to you. No matter which route you choose, they will eventually lead to the basement. In other words, where the secret chamber of G-Force cyborg incident is located. That's to say, if I want to know about Victor's past, I should choose left, but if I'm more curious about Vincent, I should choose right. That's an interesting explanation. You're not wrong saying that. So, Lady Kit, have you made up your mind? Alright, so let's save again. You can save there, that's fine. I think I might... Warning. Starting from the Myers of the game, we'll have two different branches. Depending on the route Kit chosen, the route Kit chose of the game will unfold differently. In order to keep the plot smooth, branch 2 will be unlocked after branch 1 is finished. Oh. Game updated to chapter 4. Okay. So which route should I choose? So I can only choose the one now, and then I can go back later and choose the other one. Okay. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna warm now. I guess our choice is not much choice at all in this case. Okay. So from here on out, I guess we can come back to this. We can load it up and then start another branch, depending on how much time we got. I don't. All right, right is it? Looks like you're marching Mr. Edgeworth. From the information we've gathered so far, Vincent seems to be, more closely involved in the G-Force cyborg incident. I believe investigating the legal department will give us the answers we want. I see. I'll have to agree. Just as Draco and I reached an agreement, the intercom and the Myers lobby went off without warning. Oh, stop. I did save it, right? Yeah, I think I did. Welcome to Myers Corporation. As the #1 trusted source for mechanical prosthetics, we define global standards and create a first-class corporate image. Design, create, and enhance Myers Corporation. Please enjoy your visit and have a wonderful, painful day. Okay, thank you. Oh, I was like, is the jump scare gonna happen now? From the end of the employee passage in the distance comes a heart-rending howl. Impossible. What have they done to him? Draco's face suddenly became very serious. They? To him? Draco, what is going on? There's no time to explain, kid. Go now! Wait a minute! Draco! Before I could finish, Draco pushed me to the right room of the lobby and then punched a button on the front desk. Draco! Kid, don't you want to know the truth? Don't you want to know who you are? Then go. If your life ends here and now, all your efforts will be in vain. What about you? I'm just a butler. Please don't worry about me. I'll try my best to hold him back. But, Kit, you're like you. I'm a person without a past. It wasn't that long ago that my life could only be described as empty, monotonous, and boring. But the arrival of this one person changed everything around me. She helped me break free from that blank world and made me realize that nothing is more important than the present. She's very important to me. I can't lose her a second time. A second time? Draco, do we know each other? In response to my question, Draco smiled. My name is Draco Edgeworth. It is my pleasure to meet you, Lady Kid. How is he related to Vincent? Draco! Draco! No, Draco! But only silence answered my cries. Chapter 2, the end. I don't know how many chapters there are, but I'm assuming about 4 maybe. It's usually like a good number. A good round number. Draco Edgeworth. From the first moment I saw him, I thought he somehow looked very familiar to Vincent. But I had no idea that Vincent and him are really related by blood. Are they brothers? But what kind of person would make his own brother a butler? Kid, like you, I'm a person without a past. It wasn't that long ago that my life could only be described as empty, monotonous, and boring. The arrival of one person changed everything around me. She helped me break free from the blank world and realize that nothing is more important than the present. She's very important to me. I can't lose her a second time. Draco. What exactly did all that mean? Draco! I banged on the gate again and again, but there was no response. Damn it. This can't be it. There has to be a way. I groped along the nearby walls, but didn't find any switch to reopen the gate. Draco. I felt disheartened at how powerless I was, how he was right there, yet I couldn't help him. What the hell? Why is the gate locked? Suddenly, I was taken aback by the appearance of an odd-looking person from the other side of the room. Before I could say anything, she ran around me and rushed the gate. Hey, let me out! She was yelling and banging as if she was completely unaware of my presence. Hey, hey, hey! Can you hear me? Hey! We were carrying on for a while, but earning no response, she finally decided to give up. She was breathing heavily when she turned around, staring straight at me with her bright, burning eyes. Was it you? Were you the one who locked me in here? She demanded. Shit, I may be in trouble. Just when I thought I had to come up with a plan to deal with her, her face looked as if she had suddenly realized something. Her eyes were still focused on me, but this time she was looking me up and down. Have we met before? She suddenly asked. What? What did she just say? Her very surprising comment left me speechless for a moment. It's not something I would expect to hear from her. Calm down, calm down. This is critical. Can't miss my chance. In other words, I might be able to learn something about my past from her. But I need to be careful. I don't have any idea whether she's friend or foe yet. Oops. Save. New slot. All right. And judging from how she acted, it seems that she's only had a casual acquaintance with me as well. May not be the best idea to just start throwing questions at her about myself. More importantly, if I expose the fact that I lost my memory, things may only work against me. So the safest strategy right now would be to get information of her in a less straightforward way. Oh, hi! It's been a while. Do you still remember me? I tried my best to stay calm and greeted her. She looked me over again, and then her eyes rested on my face. You do seem kind of familiar. Let me see. Oh, hey, a detective! She's still exclaimed with excitement. I remember now. I knew it. You were the one with that famous lawyer last time. As was expected of me, Zalmona. I know we've met before. Zalmona? Is that her name? But more importantly, did she just say I'm a detective? My brain felt as if I couldn't handle all that information I had just received at once. I never thought I would be a cop. How was I involved in the case? Did something happen during my investigation that caused me to lose my memories? But wait a minute. She mentioned that I was with a famous lawyer. She would possibly be referring to. But detective, Zelmona's voice interrupted my thoughts and dragged my mind back to reality. I'm curious, what brings you back to Myers Corporation this time? Back to Myers. I need to come up with an answer. If I were a cop, there would only be one explanation for coming back here. I'm here to investigate the case of missing citizens over recent years and the truth behind the G4 cyborg incident. Huh? Again? Oh my god, the G4 Investigation Bureau is as useless as ever. Detective, then it looks like your last investigation with that lawyer didn't go well. Why didn't you bring him along this time? The famous lawyer? Are you by chance referring to Mr. Vincent Edgeworth? Of course. Who else can it be? It seems that my speculation was correct. Vincent and I had indeed met before, and following this logic, it would make sense that I've met Draco as well. If that's the case, why would Vincent hide everything from me and pretend that he didn't know me? I still remember that the cyborg I saw at the mansion, and how Vincent and Victor refused to explain anything about him. Myers had gone bankrupt years ago, but it's clear that someone is still using the abandoned site for some kind of experiment. Draco told me Myers Corporation had become a secret underground organization after that huge incident. But even if that's true, how can I explain the cyborg in Vincent's mansion? Could be that, as a detective, I was actually investigating Vincent and not Myers Corporation? If we go with that explanation, Vincent is most likely the person behind my memory loss. The more I thought about that, the more worried I became. But there's something else that especially has been bothering me. If you had asked me what kind of person Vincent was, I would have answered noble, elegant, mysterious. His words, while exuding charm, could make you feel very uneasy at the same time. Is he someone you should be suspicious of? Of course. There's no doubt about it. Knowing Winston was innocent, he single-handedly succeeded in proving that the entire experiment was the work of a single employee. How scary is this man for him to be able to do something like that? Nevertheless, when I meet him at the mansion, I felt that there was a subtle connection between us that I couldn't explain. I'm well aware that I lost all my memories. I have no idea about our past, and have no reason to draw such conclusions. But his feelings was particularly strong. It was as if the part of my brain that stored memories had disappeared, but the part that stored emotions was still intact. I have to learn about Vincent's past. It is vital for me to know. Zalmona, did you just come from the legal department? Yeah, are you planning to go there? Yes. Can you take me there? It's simple. Just go through the door right here and you will reach the legal department. However, she pulled out a card from her pocket. Only by swapping this key card can you unlock this door. How did you get that? No comment, Miss Detective. You know, I haven't even dealt with you for locking us in here. But considering you're from the G4 Investigation Bureau, I can't make a deal with you. Just like last time, you do me a favor and I'll do you a favor. How is that? Last time? Really? Have you forgotten already? Last time you did me a little favor in exchange, I told you some secrets about Myers Corporation. Let's do the same this time. The truth is, I accidentally lost one of my belongings here. If you can help me find it, then I'll give you this key card as a reward. Before I agree to anything, tell me, what exactly have you lost? Oh, a round spherical object? Hey, what's that look all about? I know, it does sound kind of vague. But trust me, the moment you see it, you'll instantly realize, that must be what Salmona's looking for. This time, I'll take your word for it. And this thing is something you did indeed lose. Shush, stop asking so many questions. We're making a deal here, not playing 20 questions, all right? What? Don't you want the key card, huh? All right. Then are you sure you left the spherical object in this lab? No doubt about it. I'm pretty sure it's somewhere in this lab. Pretty sure. We're pretty sure. Draco told me both sides of the lobby would eventually lead to the basement or the secret chambers of G4 Cyberwork incident is located. In other words, not only would we be able to find a lot of clues there, but I could also get out of this place through the other side of the Myers lobby. In the moment, still nothing could be heard from the other side. Oh, excuse me, the gate. I don't know what has happened to Draco. Would I ever get to see him again? Anyway, time for us to search for that spherical object. Find Zolo. A robot, nothing special about it. Same. Hey, did you notice? Something is different about this robotic arm. Come take a look. You see this? This one has an extra circle engraved on it? You're right. But that's just a small detail. Does it really mean anything? It has a circle engraved on it. Can I... Is that it? Okay, I came in from here from the other side. I can't hear anything from the other side. I don't know what has happened to Draco. Zamona, is there really no way to reopen the gate from here? Why don't you find it for me then? As far as I know, only the front desk can control the gates on the other side of the lobby. It's a feature of the Myers security system. With all due respect, the security system doesn't make much sense to me. I know, right? I have no clue what they're thinking either. Right now, the only possible way for us to get out of here is to reach the other side of the Myers by taking the elevator from the basement and then go back into the lobby from there. I see. Then it seems that my assumptions were not wrong. I've nothing special about that. Moving it. If you're recalling the opening, I don't think it'll fit through. You mean you wouldn't fit through? Or me? I don't think either of us will fit through. Huh? For real? Oh, I can look around. Okay. Robotic arm, nothing special about it. Robotic arm. Is that a key? It's holding a key. Selected item, a key. Okay. Nothing special about that. Contemporary art is really getting more and more effective. What do you think these 4 art pieces mean? I think it's some kind of device. Some kind of device. Look here. There are 2 buttons under each piece. Oh, let me try pressing one of them. The color of the art has changed. I'm about pressing the other one. The shape changed this time. I understand now. I think we're supposed to match each shape with the corresponding color. It's not that difficult. We just need to try all the combinations, and we should be able to find the right answer. No, it's not as simple as that. We can change the shape of each art, but we can also change their colors. What it means is that not only do we have to match each shape of the color that corresponds it, we also need to find a specific order of the art piece, perhaps by colors. Indeed, if that's the case, there'll be a lot more possibilities. Correct. It would be very impractical to try just one by one. Anything in there? All right, so we found. Okay, so we want. I think it's green, orange, blue, and gold. What is this? A trophy. The tire trophy with a diamond shape engraved on it. There's no text. Okay, so green. A detective. What do you think this trophy is for? I'm not sure. Maybe it's for employees of the month. Employee of the month. Perhaps the winner will get a free ticket to the basement. All right. So green, orange, blue, and gold. So we're gonna do green. Green. Yeah. Oh, they won't even let me know. So this is gonna. Okay. It's gonna be green, orange, blue, and gold. It's gonna be green, orange, blue, and gold. Gold is gonna be the diamond. Orange is gonna be the arm, which has the circle in it. So a circle. A boombox. I don't really feel like listening to it right now. Drawer. It's locked. Covered in the drawer. Open and take a look. There was nothing in it. Okay, what about this side? Nothing in it as well. Alright. A drawer handle. But because of the fixture on top, I can open it. Okay, so we're back to here now. So, because it. Yeah. So yeah, I think the circle hat is the red for sure. The legal okay, which I think means we need to use the key on here. Unlock the drawer. A scalpel. Cassette tape. Cassette tape in a locked drawer. Detective, you know what this means. I am scalpel cassette tape. Side open, took a look. There's nothing in it. That's disappointing. It had a lock on it, so I thought there was certainly goodies inside. You're not exactly wrong, huh? What do you mean? Now look here. The lock on this drawer has been pried open. You're right. It looks like someone looted the place. Never broke the lock. Must have taken the good stuff inside. Right. Alright, so let's try this in the boombox. Load the tape in the boombox. Proceed to press the play button. Sporadically, sounds started to come from it one by one. On July 20th, at approximately 23, minor explosions prison area. The whereabouts Myers, a researcher sentenced to life, remain unknown. The voice coming out was very faint and distinct. I could only make out a few vague words. What was wrong with this boombox? Can't understand shit. Here, I'll fix it. With that, Zamona started banging on the boombox. Zamona, wait! I try to protect the boombox with my arms. We just need to know what's going to go on the green and the blue. On July 20th, 2081, approximately 23, several minor explosions occurred near the G4 Central Prison area, destroying part of the prison wall. The whereabouts of Winston Loomis, a former Myers researcher and the mastermind behind the G4 cyborg incident, who was sentenced for life, remain unknown. The possibility that he died in the explosion cannot be ruled out until the site is cleared. On July 21st, 2081, the police completed the cleanup of the explosion scene. Bionic prosthetic fragments and explosives were found, confirming that Winston had absconded. A fugitive still at large, and the police have yet to find any information leading to his arrest. Hello, Kiroku. I am doing very well. How about yourself? We are in the middle of was this Vincent, The Secret of Myers. It's a really interesting. It's kind of horror-ish, but it's more like psychological thriller, if you will. I hope you're doing well. It's hard to believe that it's Monday again. My dear Vincent, tell me, this news doesn't happen to be connected to you in any way, does it? I have no knowledge of this. I only just heard about the news as well. Oh, is that so? Then would you mind explaining to me, how's this man right in here in your mansion? I just happened to run into Mr. Loomis on my way back. What amazing twist of fate, wouldn't you agree, Mr. Loomis? But some little goody two-shoes until now, I highly recommend it. Oh, nice! I started a little bit. I do like it. It's an interesting game. I've played a little bit of it. It's pretty good. I love the artwork for sure. Winston Loomis. Oh, quite the twist of fate indeed. My dear Vincent Edgeworth, don't you know that Winston should be rotting in prison right now? What can I say? Sometimes I don't pay much attention to such minuscule details. Not paying much attention? You can't be serious. Have you forgotten that you were the one who put Winston in prison? Vincent, look me in the eyes. You might have always been good at lying to other people, but we both know very well that you could never do it in front of me. You've always been like that, and this is no exception. Yeah, artwork very nice, very 90s anime. Exactly. Exactly. It's totally 90s anime. I love it. It's great. I have no idea what you're talking about. I've been looking you in the eye this whole time. No, you haven't. I have. You haven't. I have. Okay, none of this is helping with the code that I need. You know, my friend, I would always support you no matter what choice you make. And I would always have, ever since we met each other in college. But all this, it's just pure madness. I understand. What Myers did to you is absolutely unforgivable. But do you realize that there's also no turning back to the path you're going? The moment you chose revenge, you are no longer different from your enemies. Vincent Edgeworth, isn't it really a miracle that you survived from that disaster? You could still achieve so much in your future. Do you really want to be at war with Myers forever? Do you really think that you can take on the entire Myers Corporation on your own? Don't be ridiculous. You are just sacrificing your life for nothing. Oh. Vincent didn't like that very much. Then join me, Victor. What? Join me. I need you. I may look like an idiot who is in over his head, but to you, but I just no longer wish to be pushed around. Do you really think Mr. Myers is going to let me go after all that? If I choose to do nothing now, I will definitely be deader sooner or later. Just dead. But if I succeed in mastering this technology, I can become the one in charge. I can become better than Myers. You are right, Victor. Can't do it on my own. I need the mind of Winston Loomis, but beyond that, I need another man. Someone I know I can trust. Someone I know I can trust, someone I can entrust my life to. Vincent, have you gone mad? Did you realize who I am? Do you understand how dangerous a decision like this is? I believe the world is in equilibrium, a dynamic equilibrium. And eventually, you will realize that good and evil are but two changing rhythms. I trust you, Victor. And I'm sure that we can find the equilibrium that's just right. That's right. How could I forget? Vincent Edgeworth never regrets his choice. But it's been a long time since I've seen you like that. It's gonna be an incredibly long and difficult path, but this time, Vincent Edgeworth, I'm willing to walk alongside you. Thank you, Victor. What did you say? I couldn't hear you. I said, thank you. All right, Winston's just kind of like hanging out here in the middle. Oh, I think we might be in a little bit of an ad break, so give me just a little bit, like 10 seconds, and then we'll pick this back up, especially because Loomis is like not talking. He's just kind of like in the middle here. What an interesting setup we got going on here. Oh, look. We almost forgot. Mr. Loomis has been here the whole time. It looks like his head's everything we've been saying. Speaking of which, what are you planning to do with this fellow? Perhaps we can throw him back in prison. What's the matter, my dear Vincent? What's that embarrassed look on your face? Victor, that's enough. By the way, I actually got a surprise for you. And these are some items I brought back from Winston's lab. I secretly broke open one of the drawers there when no one was around. In other words, you've known this whole time that Winston's escape from prison was my work. Well, you could say so. Edgeworth, why don't you take a moment and look through these? And as for Mr. Loomis, just leave him to me for the moment. Leave him to me. Victor Blake. He intimidates me sometimes. He could read my mind without any difficulty, and even go as far as to anticipate my every move. He never needed Myers' mechanical prosthesis to be a superhuman. He already is one. Sometimes I can't help but wonder. I hadn't become friends with him back in college, but I never had him next to me when I needed him. How different would things be now? Where would I possibly be at this moment? I'd rather not think about it. Time is running out. I need to carefully examine all these items Victor brought back. Alright. Got the cards. Poker cards. The poker cards from the G4 district are a bit different from the more prevalent version. The more prevalent version originated from the G3 district with 4 suits, spades, hearts, clubs, and diamonds. On the other hand, the G4 version has a nature theme with the 4 suits represented by fire, trees, water droplets, and the moon. There have been many theories as to why this is, but there's still no definitive answer. However, this is quite ironic in my opinion, because the culture and purpose of G4 has nothing to do with nature at all. But more importantly, why would Winston Loomis bring a deck of cards to Myers Corporation, and specifically these 4? Every employee should know that this is strictly forbidden to carry non-work related items, let alone playing cards. What's even stranger is these 4 cards happen to contain all 4 suits, and the numbers just happen to be A to 4 as well. I wonder if I should write this down. Obviously, some kind of hint that Winston was giving himself, so it's kind of code. Alright, so we're gonna do this. Fire 4. Fire 4. Tree is black. I don't know if that means anything. Tree, ace, red. Water droplet. 3 or 2. 2 black. And then moon is 3. That's red. Okay. Just in case we have to remember it for later on. A pen. Fountain pen. The whole surface of the barrel is smooth, but only one side is square engraved on it. Oh, the blue is a square. Okay. Square. Which seems quite out of place. Oh, triangle. Triangle is green. The leather notebook covered is engraved with a triangle. Every page of the notebook is filled with details of each day's experience in neat handwriting. There's no doubt that this was Winston's research journal. A February 15, 2080, Sunny. Subject number 5 exhibited very severe rejection accompanied by significant mental neglect. The subject exhibited multiple symptoms of discomfort, including convulsions, screaming, and banging on the containment unit. Subject number 1 and 3 are currently stable and have not exhibited any signs of rejection. April 10th, 2080, Sunny. Subject number 5's mental condition deteriorated further, and a portion of the epidermis on the torso showed signs of decay. Subject made several attempts to destroy the containment unit and still showed no signs of improvement after food intake. Subject number 1 and 3 are currently in stable condition with no reduction observed at this time. July 1st, 2080, cloudy. Subject number 5's physical condition has deteriorated to the point where only 30% of the body's surface still has skin. If this subject continues to fail to demonstrate successful mechanization, we will remove its memory core. Subject 3 is otherwise in good condition, but with an abnormal refusal to take food today. Subject 1 is currently in a stable condition with no rejection observed at this time. December 20th, 2080, rainy. Subject number 5's memory core has been successfully dismantled and the subject is temporarily sealed in its containment unit. We will dismember it at a later date and dispose of its body parts in the wastewater pool outside the G4 district. Subject number 1 and 3 are currently in stable condition and no rejection is observed. January 12th, 2081, Sunny. Today, subject number 1 suddenly became unstable and violent and attempted to attack several researchers. The subject stabilized after the removal of the memory core and is now temporarily sealed in its containment unit. Subject 3 remains stable at this time but has yet to show any evidence of successful psychic linking. Memory core, is it, huh? Especially mixed martini has become more than just a pleasure of taste for me. It is now a necessity of life. The boombox Victor brought in, I don't know what he was thinking. However, the news of Winston's escape is now widespread through the G4 district. This is not what I desired, but unfortunately, it is inevitable. Alright, I think we are... Yeah. Okay, perfect. I was kind of hoping the boombox would bring us back, kind of like the clip before. Was that Vincent's memory that I just saw? Hey, hey, are you alright? Huh? Oh, I'm fine. What do I think of it? I don't think she knows I have the ability to read memories yet. Jesus Christ, you scared the crap out of me. You suddenly went expressionless and weren't moving an inch. You didn't even respond to me. Sorry that I made you worry. I feel much better now. By the way, I seem to have worked out what the news recorded the tape was about. Oh, really? Let's hear it. What's this about? It's about Winston Loomis escaping from prison. The one innocent employee who was framed by Myers. Oh, I remember that. From what I heard, no one knows where that guy is to this day. But detective, you have to watch out. I wouldn't have to call him innocent if I were you. Oh, why would you say so? It is indeed true that most rumors describe him as innocent employee who was framed by the Myers Corporation, and I guess they're right to some extent. The experiments on the cyborgs are not the work of Winston alone. In fact, every core member of Myers Corporation was aware of the existence of the project, but together they choose to frame that poor researchers not to be implicated themselves. However, what many people forget to mention is Winston was indeed one of the researchers involved in the experiment. Speaking of which, detective, you want to know a fun fact? Winston actually used to work right here in this lab. I see. So Winston wasn't innocent after all. However, he was framed by the other members of the Meyer Corporation to take the blame for the whole experiment. And in July 2081, he managed to escape from prison with Vincent's help. Vincent mentioned that he needed Winston's knowledge, but also Victor's help to master a certain technology. On one hand, he wanted to use this technology to protect himself, and on the other hand, he wanted to seek out revenge on Myers. As to what kind of technology that is, I can make a good guess, but I still need the confirmation to confirm my suspicions. In any case, let's continue the investigation. I wonder what this scalpel is going to be for. Can we use it like on... I can't use it here? Okay. Okay. I can't use it there either then. All right. So it's gonna be warning: the device will unlock automatically after entering the correct. Oh yeah. Let us save here. Oh, so is it green? Okay, so that changes the shape, and then we want orange, and And we want blue. And then we want gold. Oops. Green, orange, blue, gold. Oh, wait. Orange is a circle. Yeah, is that not? I thought it would be the same as over here. I tried the door handle. The door itself doesn't seem to be locked because of green, orange, blue, gold. Green, orange, blue, gold. I mean, we can go backwards, I guess. Gold. Blue. Orange. Okay, so now I guess we just have to figure out the color. I know which, so we know which goes with which. Here's the diamond. If we go back in here, it's blue, what? Green and blue. Does this have anything to do with it? Fire, tree. I wonder if this has something to do with it. Fire, tree, water, moon. That looks like it's red. Well, we can try that. Let's try that. Yeah. Let's try that. So if we say that that's supposed to be like the color scheme, fire would be red, tree would be green, water would be blue, and then moon would be gold. If we do it that way, orange is a circle, green is a triangle, blue is the square, and then gold is the diamond. No? Come on, how am I supposed to know? What are we missing? Oh, because it's also ace, 2, 3. Hold on a second. Okay, so if we do it, if we say it, so the tree is ace. That would be green. Water is blue. Moon, we can try it this way, and fire. All right, let's see if this works. Green again is the triangle. Blue is the square. That's the diamond, and that's the circle. There we go. We needed all the parts of the puzzle, which is kind of nice, actually. It worked. I can't believe it. You're incredible. So that's the door. I'm sure that the bus runs. If you know, find it, I'll give you the key card. Oh, so we have to go in. Oh, okay. So no. So we have to go into this area to find the spherical thing that she's got. Okay. Well, let's see. Oh, let's see. The room behind the door was much darker. My eyes had a hard time adjusting to the sudden darkness. What was that? I just stepped in some kind of wet, sticky substance. I bent down and tried to reach for it, but my arm was nicked by something sharp. Ouch. Are these shards of glass? That was when I suddenly realized that there was a huge glass chamber standing in front of me. And inside it was... Oh. And another one of these things? Get back! Get back! Thank God. It looked like that thing was dead. Look there. Someone is there in there. Huh? Someone's in that glass chamber in the middle. Oh, that's probably just a cyborg too. A cyborg? They look like they're... detective. Didn't you know? There are many kinds of cyborg. Many kinds? What do you mean? I'm not really an expert myself, but let me just read this part out for you. With that, Zamora took out a journal from her pocket. Due to different bodies' varying ability to withstand semi-mechanization, the phenomenon of intellectual polarization often appears in each batch of experimental subjects. Subjects that are able to withstand mechanization generally retain human facial features, and with their newly modified bodies, they exhibit superhuman abilities superior to those of ordinary humans. On the other hand, subjects that failed to successfully withstand mechanization exhibited severe intellectual degradation, thus making them behave like wild beasts. At the same time, the bodies of these failed subjects would exhibit an obvious rejection of mechanization, resulting in them often giving the impression that they were falling apart. We refer to these cyborgs that have lost their intelligence as husks. It is worth noting, however, some of the experimental subjects seem to require an acclimation period. That is, their bodies exhibit repulsion similar to that of a husk when they first undergo mechanization. But as long as they are fed regularly and are given ample time, eventually their bodies will be able to successfully accept the modifications they are given. Okay. Thus, after each batch of experimental subjects have been modified, we tend to leave them in the secret chamber for a period of observation. If, after that time, the subject still does not demonstrate signs of successful mechanization, we would then dismember it and dump its body parts in the wastewater pool outside the G4 district. The above was recorded in an experimental journal I found here at the corporation. In other words, there are two kinds of cyborgs. The first kind looks like a monster because its body could not withstand mechanization. And the other is able to retain its intelligence and look exactly like a normal person because it has been successfully transformed. Yes, but not only that. Pay attention to this next part. Since often only a small number of subjects possess the ability to withstand mechanization, we often have to dismember and discard most of the cyborgs in the chamber, and this is definitely very costly and burdensome for us. Therefore, thanks to the tireless efforts of several researchers, we have successfully developed a method to create new types of cyborg through genetic cloning technology. As a result, we no longer need to search for the minority that can withstand mechanization in batch after batch of experimental subjects. All we need to do is to extract these genes of the subjects that have been successfully modified, and then we can produce them again. Nonetheless, since these new cyborgs do not possess any memory, we need to install a memory cord inside them, giving them memories that do not exist, thus giving them a unique personality. These memories can be extracted from any existing employee to achieve the desired personality. In other words, these cyborgs are not directly modified from human beings, but are created through genetic cloning technology. But it's hard to tell them apart just by looking at them. You mean it's possible that there are cyborgs lurking around that look just like us hardened humans? Yes, in a manner of speaking. All right, so we have 1, 2, and 7. Number 1, the blackboard. There's a lot of diagrams and text mark on it. Detective, you see the string of numbers in the upper right corner? 1 equals 1, 2 equals 10, 7 equals 111. Is this the decimal to binary conversion? Correct. The binary numeral system is widely used in computing. Oh my god, not another binary coding. Not another one of these binary codings. Oh, what's my life these days? Correct. The binary numeral system is widely used in computing technology to represent numbers with just two simple zeros and one. For example, binary 110 means 0 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 times 2, which is 6 in decimal. A what? Excuse me, I don't understand. And a 111 means 1 plus 1 times 2 plus 1 times 2 times 2, which is 7 in decimal. I see. I do not see. I do not see. I would need more time and more brain power to understand what they're saying there. I am tired. In other words, we need to find the corresponding experimental subject number in binary. Okay. You say that. A cyborg, thank goodness it's dead. A glass chamber in it stands a server that looks just like a human being, and that gives me the creeps. Oops. I guess we can save it over this one, yeah. Oh, so we know the number, so we have to figure out the number. Oh. Oh, so we need to find out what these numbers are. This is number 1, so we don't want that one. Are we trying to release the second one? All right. Okay. If I go back, oh, it's just back to here. There's nothing. All right. You're no help. So now that we're in here, okay. So what was? Can I use the scalpel on anything? I have this scalpel. Can't use item here. Okay. A glass chamber. There's nothing in it. Is there anything here that I'm missing? I don't know if we can see. What do we have to put here? Okay. I don't know what we did, but I got it. Command received, draining the containment unit for subject 3. Oh, we were trying to get to 3. Okay. That's, I'm assuming I drain this one. Oh. Ah. The already stifling atmosphere intensified as we caught the first glimpse of what was inside the glass chamber. Zelmona was horrified at first, but her expression quickly changed to worry. But it was as if we had mutually agreed not to say anything to each other beforehand. We just stood in silence. I could sense Zelmona staring straight at me. But at that moment, I was completely focused on the cyborg in front of me. Let's do this then. Okay. I took the scalpel that Zemona handed me and started making deep cuts in the cyborg's body. Again and again and again, I felt emotions that I'd never felt before welling up inside me, but all Zelmona did was just stare. She didn't utter a word. Before I realized that the cyborg's chest was shredded to pieces, and revealed beneath the skin was a particular spherical device. I grabbed the sphere with my bare hand and pulled it out. This is what you wanted, right? The cyborg's memory core? Yes? I handed it to Zelmona with my blood-soaked hand. Let's get the hell out of here. I can't stand it here anymore. Detective, are you alright? Detective? Stop calling me detective. You don't even know who I am. You saw it too. That cyborg was just saw. She looks exactly like me. I don't even know who you are, Zelmona. I don't remember anything at all. I thought coming here would find me some answers I wanted, but now I just feel completely lost. I could be someone who doesn't exist. Just one of the million other identical cyborgs. Drake was right all along. I shouldn't even be here to begin with. Even with my sudden breakdowns, Mona didn't show 1 ounce of anger with me. After a moment of silence, she started to speak. You feel that truth you seek is meaningless now, don't you? You've lost all hope because you're worried that you're merely a replica? But you shouldn't let your past define you. You're right, there's no way to be certain if you are or aren't the detective I met. But whoever each of us is up to us. The moment you open your eyes, you are who you are and not anyone else. So what if there's someone else somewhere in the world who looks exactly like you? It's each of our own unique experiences that make up who we are, isn't it? At this moment, only you and I are standing here. This experience belongs to us and no one else. What motivates each of us to go with our lives is the countless exciting possibilities that lie in store. And in the near future, you are bound to meet new people and make new friends. And maybe they will become your new family. People who are willing to sacrifice their lives for you. People would sacrifice their lives for me. Zamona's words are somehow very reassuring. It was very different from how I imagined her to be. And I never thought we would hear such words from you. Probably something I picked up during my previous profession. Huh? Don't worry too much about it. Anyway, thanks a lot for your help. It's irrelevant now. You have no idea how important this device is to me. Zamona, why do you need the cyborg's memory core? It's a long story. You said you lost all your memories, but seeing that you found your way to Myers, I think it's safe to assume that you've heard the urban legends about the G4 district. G4 district urban legend? Do you mean the infamous G4 cyborg incident? Close, but I'm thinking particularly about the end of that legend. It should sound something like this. To this day, people still mysteriously vanish in the G4 district. Rumors says that the spirits of the victims from the experiment are still wandering the streets, taking the lives of the unfortunate and never cross paths with them. Ah, I remember. Right, and you don't need me to tell you that the ghosts don't exist. These recent disappearances in the G4 district are the deliberate work of a certain someone as well. Are you suggesting the Myers Corporation is behind these recent disappearances as well? The Myers Corporation that is continuing operations covertly? Yeah, something like that. But here's the thing. A lot of details about these cases are different from the original G4 cyborg incident. All right, once I'm done with this conversation and we get to the next room, well, maybe not even before. I think once we're done with this conversation, this is kind of where I'm going to save it. And then we will, I feel like we're pretty close to the end. We've learned a lot of things. I will finish up whatever we don't do next time. So I might even, depending on how long is left, if we have time to do the left side, we'll just do it on Wednesday, just so you guys know. But here's the thing: a lot of details about the guys are different than the original G4 cyborg incident. In the G4 cyborg incident, Myers Corporation turned their own employees into cyborgs and kidnapped ordinary citizens to us as cattle feed. But most of the people who go missing nowadays aren't ordinary citizens. It's people who either had a history with Myers or who were former employees of Myers. The Myers Corporation turned them into cyborgs as well. Or were they just used as cattle feed? They were all out somehow once associated with the Myers. It makes sense that Myers would simply want them gone. Precisely, but many people believe that this series of disappearances is the work of just one person, as dangerous criminals who was extremely careful, so much so that they never left a single fingerprint behind or a clue as to what really happened to the victim. And this person is known as the most wanted criminal in the G4 district. As for how they are connected to Myers, no one is really sure, but there's one person who seems to has seen them that is still alive. Only one person. Who's that? That person is me. Oh, yes. It was one criminal in the G4 district messed up once, and I was there when it happened. Oh my god, we're getting so much information right here. My brain is tired. It's a direct committee night. I just got back to the apartment building and was about to go inside to relax. Let me just save it again, I guess. Did her shadow look different? As I was walking past an apartment on the same floor, the power went out, and the hallway was enveloped in complete darkness. I couldn't see anything around me. Just then, I heard some blood-curdling screams coming me with what sounded like flesh being torn off the bone from the apartment next to me. A person rushed out of the apartment and brushed past me. They were in such a panic I wasn't even sure if they noticed my presence. Shortly afterwards, the powers came back on, but that person was gone. In the hallway that had been spotless beforehand was completely different. After the power was restored, the walls and floor were painted with red with blood. The apartment door, which had previously been closed, was half ajar. Holy shit, this is serious. Without thinking much, I pushed open the door of the apartment to check in on my neighbor. And what I saw before me was the most horrible thing I've ever seen in my life. A man on the floor, his body shredded to bits. The room was strewn pieces of his body and entrails. But that wasn't even the worst part. The scariest thing was, even though his head was completely detached from his body, his mouth was still opening and closing, and he was desperately trying to catch his breath. Hey, hang in there. I'll call an ambulance right away. I impulsively rushed to help him, even though I knew well that it was much too late. Just then, some of the neighbors had heard the scream and rushed over, but my attempts to help the victim were misunderstood. Hey! What do you think you're doing? Murderer? She's a murderer. Grab her. Don't let her get away. Wait. I gotta explain. It's too late for me to say anything. And then, what happened after that? After that, embarrassing as it sounds, I became G4's most wanted criminal. Although I managed to escape from the G4 police, it's getting so much harder finding a new apartment these days. But please believe me, I really wasn't the one who killed him. I wouldn't even hurt a fly. I believe you, Zelmona. But then, you didn't actually get a good look at him either. You're right. The corridor was completely dark when I met him. I didn't get to see what he looked like either. If that's the case, how can you be so sure that the killer is the same person who was responsible for the recent series of disappearances in G4? Honestly, can't. But I learned later that the victim, my neighbor, was Dr. Richard Emanon, a former employee of Myers. And, as always, the police found no fingerprints from any suspects at the scene. Of course, except for mine. That's too much of a coincidence, don't you think? So my guess is the killer was originally going to kidnap Dr. Emanon and murder him somewhere else. But for some reason, he screwed up that time. So he killed Dr. Emanon in a hurry and ran away. What's even more interesting is, when Dr. Emanon was murdered, it was very similar to how the core members were killed in the G4 cyborg incident. They were all ripped to pieces. So it's quite possible this is the same person who got away with killing the core members. Then the reason you're looking for the cyborg's memory core is, yes, as I was saying, many of the victims of the recent unexplained disappearance have some connection to Myers. It's hard not to conclude that the murderer also has a very close relationship with Myers. Each of the cyborgs that Myers produced through cloning will have a memory core. Each device stores certain memories, giving the cyborgs the personalities that would lack otherwise. Most of these memories are extracted from Myers' employees. I understand now. You want to find the real murderer by reading the memories in each memory core, thus proving your innocence. Exactly. Not just for my own sake, but for the sake of the G4 district. I will keep searching until I find out the truth, even if it's Myers Corporation who's behind all this. Okay, do I finally get my key card? All right. That's all I have to say. Anyway, thanks again for helping me out. Go ahead and take this key card. Thank God. I took the key card to the legal department that Zelmona handed to me. I like Zelmona, but are you still going to continue your investigation? You know, if you want to get out of here with me right now, that wouldn't be impossible. All right. Huh? But isn't the gate to the lobby closed? I know, but the truth is, I accidentally forgot about this. Zelmona took a watch out of her pocket. A watch? Oh, darling. This is, a watch, more than a watch that meets eye. It was originally a gift from a friend of mine, but I have made a few modifications to it. Just by wearing it, I can teleport myself anywhere. She forgets something that's important. And downside is I can teleport me anywhere. What do you mean? As in, I can't decide where we'll be teleporting. I was once teleported inside a man's bathhouse. An incredibly embarrassing situation. But hey, there's just with anything. Would you agree? So, are you gonna come with me? Let's get the hell out of here. Can I actually? I'm sorry, Zelmona. I can't leave just yet. Okay, perfect. There's this person that, even though I can't remember how or connected or why, he's willing to risk his life for me. And that person is currently trapped in the Myers lobby. I'm worried about him. I see. Do you want me to come with you? No, Zelmona, that would be too dangerous. This is all my fault. I should never have come here. I can't get another one of my friends involved. I don't want to see them get hurt. I understand. If that's the case, promise me that we'll take care of yourself. I hope we can meet again someday. Maybe then you will be able to tell me your real name. I'll see you later, miss. Oh, when you get your memories back, be sure to tell me all the stories about your past, alright? Of course, goodbye, Zelmona. Alright. She's gone. I wonder where she'll be teleported to this time. Well then, it's time for me to push forward as well. The next stop, the legal department. Okay, I don't even have a choice in the matter. Alright. Perfect. Investigation complete. Successfully located the cyborg's memory core. Alright. There we are. Well, that's where we're gonna end it. Okay. Perfect. Alrighties. That's really interesting. I am intrigued by this storyline. I'm not exactly sure how much longer we have going on, but I don't feel like it's very much. I feel like we're kind of getting to the end. I feel like it's kind of wrapping up. We just got like info dumped a ton. So like I said, we will what is going on with everything? There we go. I think it updated all right. Okay, well, I don't know. So yeah, we will finish this up on Wednesday. And then depending on how much time or whatever, we will do the left side. If it's like not that much weight, I might just go, what did I have on for Wednesday? I don't remember my own schedule. I won't remember my head if it wasn't attached to my body. Oh yeah, the Coffin of Andy and Lele. Okay, so based on the fact that we will be doing more Vincent Wednesday, I don't think I'll have enough time to go into the Coffin of Andy and Lele, only because I want to give a lot of time to that. So I might do a special stream for that, but we'll see. Otherwise I will do Coffin of Andy and Lele next week, because dang, I really like that. I think there's a new chapter I haven't gotten into that I would like to get into. That being said, if you want to know any of the latest and greatest, feel free to follow me on Blue Sky or Twitter, or you can follow my Discord as well. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with me tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I am looking forward to figuring out, we're getting closer to the big picture. We know now that we are probably a clone since we have no memories. And I'm intrigued about the whole Draco / Vincent thing. I'm like, is Draco really just like a separate butler? He looks almost too much like Vincent. I think there's a lot to unpack. So that being said, we will continue that on Wednesday. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. As always, it's been a lot of fun. And I will see you guys soon. All right, we'll be back Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, right here. See you guys later. Thank you. Bye now. Bye.